Hello, dear friends. In matters of style, go with the flow. In matters of principle, stand firm as a rock. Opinion piece. Strawman fallacy. Stay alert. Legal fiction. Move quietly. Watchful spirits. Financial control. You are sovereign. Black cubes of control. Magic dwarves in Germany. Sheldan Nidle has passed away. Let's start. At best, a legal fiction called a corporate strawman is created. This fiction is not the actual natural person, but rather a figurehead or financial asset, a legal entity or trust created from the birth certificate and managed as a security in the financial markets. This fiction is used by governments to negotiate national and international debt. While your family celebrated your arrival, the system classified you as property. When a child is born, their parents fill out a birth certificate. This is a record of a biological event. However, when you submit it to the government, it becomes a birth certificate, a business document, not a personal one. You are registered as property of the corporate system. Registered means added to a ledger. Monetization. Your birth certificate is a financial asset. Your name was monetized through secret legal fictions, gossip numbers, and bonds. From the moment you were born, a hidden system began operating around you to monetize your existence. What looks like a birth certificate isn't a document of life. It's a document of control, created to drag you into a corporate web of debt and ownership. Most people have never heard of a gossip number, but all stocks, bonds, and marketable securities have one. So, why does your birth certificate have one? Because it became a security. Through clandestine channels, your birth certificate was assigned a gossip number, just like a corporate bond. That number allows it to be tracked and traded on the global market. Your identity was monetized without your knowledge or consent. A gossip is like a barcode for financial assets. Having one on your birth certificate means you were registered in the global financial system as a number, not as a human being. From that moment on, your potential income, taxes, and work were projected throughout your life and used to back bonds. In short, you became a commodity, not a citizen. Definition. A strawman is a legal entity created with a capitalized name or legal documents. It is distinct from a real flesh and blood human being and is subjected to a system that uses it as financial collateral. Every contract, tax return, and signature reinforces the existence and control of these fictitious entities. For over a century, this legal and financial distinction has been used to control and limit the freedom of real living human beings. At birth, a legal fiction was created in your name. The capitalized entity is not you, but a financial trust. Through gossip numbers and the hidden markets, this strawman is traded and used as collateral for national and international debt. Every contract, every tax return, every signature reaffirms its existence. You are flesh and blood. The strawman is a corporate fiction, yet for a century they blurred the line to ensure your captivity. collapse. This system worked for over a century because no one questioned it. It was complex, buried in legal terms, and hidden behind the authority of government. The House of Cards collapses, and when it collapses, a true republic reemerges, where citizens are not assets, but sovereigns, where names are not numbers, and where birth has no hidden price. Many proponents of sovereignty recommend filing a declaration of status to declare that you are not a corporate fiction, but a living being operating with full knowledge of your natural rights. Once human beings begin to understand that their very identity has become a collateral, the illusion is shattered. A debt jubilee will not only cancel loans, it will expose fraud, dissolve the strawman fiction, and return wealth to its rightful source, those who created it. You were not born to be anyone's collateral. You are sovereign. The coming reset is not survival, it is recovery. Gisara and the global financial awakening are not fantasies. They are reflections of a deeper truth. Watchers. Valtor posted, "Beware of spirits watching you. They come in the form of low-frequency beings. People, co-workers, strangers on the street, even old friends or family members you haven't seen in years. If you have a low frequency, you can be used as instrument by the spirits watching you. These spirits are present in your experience to gather information about your soul's purpose and prevent you from completing your task. It's not just people. Spirits watching you can also appear through insects. You could be talking about your mission and suddenly flies or mosquitoes appear. They use these forms to gain energy and information and try to hinder you. They can even appear in your dreams. So make a conscious decision not to share too much personal information. The chosen ones are closely watched, but we are learning to remain silent and let actions fulfill their purpose. Move in silence or move quietly. Some of you will even be assigned a controller. These are people who play a role, wear a mask, and remain in your circle. They will constantly ask questions, drain your energy, and leave you feeling uneasy. They are aware of it. They are only being used. Forgive them, but acknowledge what is happening. Watchful spirits may appear as strangers, co-workers, old acquaintances, insects, dreams, or controllers who linger nearby. They may drain your energy, block your path, or try to slow you down. But whatever happens, your task will be accomplished. Stay spiritually awake. Sooner or later, you will remove these distractions from your reality so you can focus on your mission. Chosen one, stay alert. You are being watched, but you are unstoppable. Black cubes. Black cube near Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, according to Ariel Proletario 1. The purpose of these black cubes extends to the monitoring and adjustment of the timelines of global awakening. Located at high altitudes, they interact with the Earth's ley lines and atmospheric grid, monitoring vibrational shifts in human consciousness. Esoteric traditions associate black cubes with restrictive and adversarial forces, often linked to Saturnine symbolism, representing temporal confinement and karmic entrapment. ancient cults and modern interpretations depict the cube as a symbol of material slavery, invoke it in rituals to maintain perceptual barriers, and extract energetic resources from the population. This malevolent application is evident in accounts of Saturn worship among the elite, where the cube enforces cycles of control and illusion. The adversarial uses of Saturn, a line of Draco-influenced factions, place the cubes as containment dams, modulating the atmospheric grid to sustain social fragmentation and suppress intuitive faculties. Sightings near military installations indicate defensive countermeasures against such intrusions, and the cubes manifest to reinforce or challenge the existing power structure. Magical dwarves. Between Austria and Bavaria lie the Unterberg Mountains, where magical dwarfs called Manding are said to reside. They have large heads, pale skin, and wear white robes. They are kind-hearted, but mischievous and sometimes evil. They are powerful because they possess knowledge of time, energy manipulation, and healing, according to Bennett Ross. Dwarves are frequently seen, but they usually disappear when one approaches. Other times they interact with hikers and lead them into the mountain, because what seems like only a few hours to hikers often turns out to be a few years, and sometimes they come to a blank, waking up in another country. Inside Mount Unterberg are tunnels that descend for many kilometers and connect to the interior of the Earth. The tunnels have wide floors and high domed ceilings. They connect to enormous buildings as King's Lake, a vast lake said to be 930 meters below the surface. The dwarfs are luminous keepers of ancient wisdom and have a crystal healing chamber that resonates frequencies that restore body and soul. Their hut temple pulses with the resonance of the earth, and they have magnetic transportation lines that have tough guided levitation platforms. He showed the way. The famous contactee, Sheldan Nidle, passed away peacefully on August 26, 2025. Contactee since childhood, he was a pioneer in the esoteric consciousness movement. Contacted since childhood, he pioneered the galactic consciousness movement, introducing the world to some of the many races that inhabit this galaxy, and guiding us through knowledge and acceptance towards universal unity and peace. His most notable achievement lies in the creation and dissemination of a spiritual movement that combines esoteric, scientific, and cosmic dimensions, in addition to his contribution to the dissemination of figures such as Nikola Tesla. He opened our minds to the myriad life forms that inhabit this universe and gave us an overview of our place and history in the cosmos. He constantly declared his desire for lasting universal peace among other planetary life forms, and his wish that those of us here on Earth would join them in that peace. Since 1997, he used the POW organization as a means to introduce beings from other worlds. Sheldan dedicated himself completely to this work. It was his mission in life. He spoke publicly, wrote books, and made videos and webinars, and filled with information about the beings that populate the stars around us. It's his legacy to the world, and we build on it every day. Now, more than ever, we believe it's important to keep Sheldan's galactic mission alive. I spent many years translating his weekly messages because they were so good. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.